There is a lot going on at the moment in every direction, and I just want to be, um, I want to be in position to just discuss with you people a little bit in depth of my analysis here. And what I really want to shed lights on here is where we're picking up from and where we're heading to. If you take a look at what we have in front of us here, this is a 15-minute chart. Actually, let me transform that into a 30-minute chart here in a second first. Um, on this 30-minute chart, we see the market had been in this consolidation zone for a long time, and the sideways trading had been, you know, for I don't know, maybe a week or so or more actually. But then we started getting out of that. If you're looking at my drawing here, we had that top resistance level, and then we have this bottom orange support level. But then we have also the intraday support and resistance level, which was good for intraday trading as well, profit taking and exit and entrance like that. So we did break through that at some point, and we broke to the bear side, which right around here we broke that support level. That support level kind of um, uh, there's nothing in the middle here, of course, and I think maybe this will make more sense if I actually have everything in the regular candle, so that we know for sure there's no data being we're not being biased towards any data. Um, we've seen that breakdown, like I talked about this yesterday. I really pointed this out yesterday. Um, Let me get back to you guys in a moment here. All right, I'm back, everybody. Thank you for holding in and hanging in there. Um, as I was saying, I told you that yesterday I highly talked about this, and I emphasized it so many times about this level here, this gap here, because we had a gap up previously, and for this gap to be filled, we would have to have a very strong aggressive move to the downtrend, or we would have to be gap down for this to be filled. And what do we have today? We did have a very aggressive move. It acted like we were going to hold at that level of support, but that failed miserably. Miserably. Once that failed, it was followed by a very impulsive move to the downtrend, which is what filled that gap. And looking further, um, you might see that where we are sitting right now, there might be some little bit of you know retracement back right here to this level here, um, which this retracement should be something which is not going to last forever, but it should be strong enough for you to get something out of it. So I would expect that retracement right around there, to this level here, which that would correspond to this support level, and maybe that support level and that support level, if you can see from what I've just drawn right now. So I would expect that to you know to go back and retest that level before we make a solid move to the downtrend. And this is actually some sort of a key level. And because we are at the downtrend at the moment, these levels will get highly respected. This level will get respected, and I say that because uh, a resistance level on a downtrend is actually a support level on a downtrend is highly respected, but a resistance level on a downtrend is quite very weak. It get broken through every now and then. So we have this is which is going to be a resistance level. We have this resistance level, which was our previous support level, if you haven't noticed. So we have this as a resistance level now, our current resistance level, and then our current resistance level. So I'm expecting that we're going to go back and retrace that level a little bit. After that retracement, we should see a pullback to the downside, and that pullback should go ahead and start tanking um, for more bear moves. So expect that to come in here shortly. Um, I am gonna go ahead and get rid of this guy for now. How did you also spot yourself there? There's something that I cannot even click on right there. Okay. Okay. With all that out of the way, let's look at a clear, bigger picture. Where we are sitting at right now, well, um, you can find maybe some other useful content at my blog over here, denotrader.com. But that's not what I'm trying to talk about here. What where we're sitting at right now. Actually, let me get back to you once again. Sorry. Once again, I am back. So where we're sitting at right now, we are actually sitting at a very, very strong support level at this point, previous support level, which is our current resistance level in the downtrend. But again, remember, resistance level on a downtrend is weaker. Okay, so and also resistance level on an uptrend is stronger. I mean, it's weaker as well. So support level is much stronger despite what support level it is. So we just established one here, this red line here. That's our current support level that we would expect to retrace back to. But where we're sitting at right now, we have this resistance level, and this resistance level is actually corresponding to a few key points here. Okay, it's corresponding to a few key points or key values. We wanna be able to not take these key values for granted. So I I should we should be able to see um, price being rejected from this key level a little bit here before it can make that run. Rejected, retrace that, and then make a run down, down to the bear. Um, Using on the other hand, if we did break through this, using this as a next, this let me paint it yellow, if you will, using this yellow line as our next resistance level. If we do break through this white zone here, we should see a clear um, you know resistance level being formed right around here, and that should be our next target. That will be like my next target, because this is both their support, support and resistance at the same time. I say that because this one line is serving both, because if you look at this line, if you look at this point, what do you see? And also, if you look at this point, what do you see? At this point, it's acting as a resistance level on the uptrend, but also at this point, it's acting as a support level on the uptrend. Okay, the same line is both a support and resistance level. Okay, and then the same story here. Same story here. At this point, it's acting as a support level on a downtrend, and then at this point, it's acting as a resistance. Oh no, no, let me get back. Let me repeat myself here. um, on this previous point here where I am pointing, um, it's acting as a resistance level. Okay, it's acting as a resistance level on a downtrend, but right where I am here, this is acting as our support level on a on an uptrend. It's acting as our support level on an uptrend. So meaning that at this point, this is another key level. And just because this is a 30-minute chart, we might not see a whole lot, but there's a potential of this being our next target. So meaning whichever thing happened there, if that retracement does happen, we would uh, expect to take profit up there. But if we break through this right away, this should be our next target of where we should exit everything. Okay. And I have that line on the far end, which is telling us, actually, maybe I should paint it red. How about that? Okay. I have that red line there. That red line is just kind of telling us that um, my thought process here was that we should get this bear move to this within this zone, um, which is the white line, get this retracement back to that support level. I mean, resistance level, which would of course our current resistance level. Get this retracement back. After this retracement, we will have a a major rally to the downtrend, which that rally would fall in the zone which I've drawn here with the Fibonacci. This Fibonacci level here would be our major zone. Of course, as you can see, if that picture power picture plays out, that means we are expecting we are expecting our target, to be right around here, and that corresponds to this level right here, where there's that liquidity run. And of course, there's not a lot, but we do have something. We do have something in common here. This with this also generally being a consolidation zone, might be a weak level, but not really necessarily a weak level. So we'll see how all this plays along. But in general, I do believe that there should be, um, these are the two key points you need to be watching. I would watch this red zone here. I talk of red zone. If you play video games, you might know what a red zone is. Okay, I talk of this red zone here, which I have to paint it red, of course. And then I talk of this um, yellow zone here, which of course I will have to paint it yellow in a second here. This yellow zone really, yeah, these are the two levels you need to be watching right now. And these two levels should, at least if you tread carefully, you should be able to um, get something out of this whole thing. So let me actually go ahead and remove all my drawings. That's okay. Lost a lot. I had losing, but anyhow, um, this just brings us to the basic chart of the day. If I turn on my candle, I mean my indicator here for a second, I do use. I love to talk about this, but if you feel like I talk about the same thing every now and then, it's because I'm just trying to emphasize that you should probably try to figure out something which is simple enough that makes you feel stupid actually to use it, but it feels incredibly amazing to see how accurate it works. So that's the whole point why I bring this up every day. Take an example of today. Today, the day opens, I use the open range breakout. I pretty much 30 minutes, 15 minutes. On worst case scenario, I use 5 minutes, which 5 minutes works amazing a lot of the times as well. But a lot of the time on a trending day like this has been a trending day because we had a one direction powerful move. And I pointed this out yesterday. I kind of saw the bigger picture, or I saw this forecasted already ahead of time, not in any way, but just technical analysis told me most of what was happening. So with opening range breakout, you have your opening range, you know, which happens on the first candle. The next that breaks the open range breakout. That breakout happens right here. What that means is that buy right away. And what I would like to do, well, what I like to do normally is I would put my chart in a high Kanashi, meaning that with high Kanashi, at least I can clearly, actually, let me put this a little better. With high Kanashi, I can sit and have a little bit of peace of mind and relax a little bit, because with high Kanashi, things a lot of things don't fail. Oftentimes, well, things still fail, but you have less panic. So we have this open range breakout. The second candle was not great because we have wicks on both sides. If you're trading Aikanashi, just pay attention to wicks. Is your best friend normally, like the whisper of all whispers. You have that over there, and the third candle breaks completely with no wick, and you see how it opens. It opens in the middle of the first. It opens in the middle of the second candle, which is perfect. And there was no wick in that. That means a clear entry. So that means I would have to buy right there on that candle there. Um, I buy on that candle, and then I would set my stop loss above the previous high, which is not here, which is not 551, but at least one ATR value higher. The one ATR value here is 2.18. So meaning um, my ATR value 1 point, I mean 2 point what? Wait. My ATR value of 2.18 plus the current price at this point 2.18 plus 2 point, I mean 551.59, that gives us, let's just call it 554. Okay, will be around 554, which is a way higher. Somebody would say your risk to reward ratio is unreasonably unbelievable. There's a point for that. You can call it that, or you can go whichever way you want, but that's the safest I can play. But the one thing that you all need to know is that every day you trade, actually, or every day I trade, the first thing I do early in the morning, which I haven't, I did it earlier, but because I've deleted all my drawings, I look for the previous day higher high, which would be right here, the tallest wick on the high Kanashi, which is going to be that. And then I draw it to the right and try to see if price is going to respect that, respect that. And then I get the previous day lower low, which is going to be the tallest wick right here, and also extend that to the right. And you do see that we do open very close to the lower low. We tried to go to the upside, kind of almost tested that higher high of the previous day, but we did not. But instead, we plowed through the previous day low and broke it up right away. And that is just a beautiful confirmation that you want to see. It's like it's golden. You see this, you buy here, you break through the previous day low, you stay in your Icanashi. Your exit in the Icanashi is when you see a wick on the both side of a candle. But remember, you're trailing with the staircase. By a staircase is what I mean by staircase is this: you get here, um, you build a staircase as you're building a staircase as you're going. You're building a staircase. Every candle is building a staircase. But where you see a wick, okay, where you see a wick is where you exit. And here we did have a wick right. Um, we did have a wick right here. But remember, we're also trailing. We are also trailing with the staircase. So this would have probably hit, not just probably, this would have hit our stop loss. Okay, so meaning we would have been booted out of the trade at this point if the stop loss was triggered, depending on how close we had it at this point. But we're trading with the staircase. Even if we had to be booted out of that position at that point, we still had a good trade that we benefited from. But if we were not booted out of that trade, we would still be riding that trade until we hit this right here, these two guys. We will still be riding until we hit those two guys right there. And that just tells us that, yeah, the staircase has stopped. We are not building anymore. And yeah, what we just need to do is exit the position and leave. It doesn't matter how much you have left in the market at this point. This is insanely an incredible return. So please, I argue you, go through these things, take your time. It's not rocket science. It's just simple. Just break down a little bit and be obedient to yourself, and follow your promises. You probably promise that you're not gonna lose every day. Just follow that promise and stick with it. Check out resources, read out resources. I have that link posted somewhere here. If you want to read it. Oops, I don't need that there. I have that link. Where is it? Oh, I deleted it. Never mind. But if you saw that, yeah, just follow, look for things around. This will be posted on another platform. Just check and check my